I wanted to make a Christmas banner to hang on my mantle. When trying to figure out the best material to make the banner out of, we kept coming back to MDF. MDF cuts really well in the laser. In fact, we love it so much that we made a whole video about how awesome it is. But it's not exactly the prettiest looking material when you're trying to make something decorative, so we typically resort to painting it. But this time I thought we could try something a little different. Could we cut fabric in the laser and adhere the fabric to the MDF, and would it actually look good? Let's find out. I created a fun banner design that spelled out joy while using a cute reindeer for the letter O. The red lines will be the vector cut and the black will be the engraving. I found some Christmassy plaid fabric on Amazon to use for the J and the Y, as well as some felt for the reindeer nose and some festive cord to string through the holes at the top of the banner pieces.
If you're interested in making this, we'll make the template file available. Please see the description below to find out how to get it. The Joy banner pieces were engraved and cut from masked 1/8 inch MDF. The Rudolph design that represented the O in Joy was the only part that was engraved. Since we wanted to spray paint the engraving later to make it really stand out, the letter shapes weren't cut out until later. This way I could paint the engraved piece and not worry about paint getting on its edges. Rudolph's nose was laser cut from red felt. We'll provide links to all the materials used in this video in the description below. The letters J and Y were cut from 2 different pieces of fabric. The size and shape of these letters matched the letters that would be cut from the MDF later. The Rudolph design was given a series of very light coats of a matte black spray paint. Since the wood was masked, I didn't have to worry about overspray on the part as the mask would be removed later. I did have to make sure to go somewhat light with the coats of paint though, so that it didn't bleed under the mask. After the paint flash dried, the part was put back in the laser and all the pieces were cut out.
After all the lasering and painting was finished, it was time to peel off the mask. I used a piece of tape to get it started and then kept using pulled off mask pieces to make quick work of this part of the project. I've had a container of Modge Podge kicking around for a while and thought it might work for applying the fabric to the MDF. It actually worked quite well. It was tacky enough to hold the fabric in place, but didn't dry too quickly, so I was able to move the fabric around a little if I needed to. I will say that the fabric for the letter J went on really well. The fabric for the letter Y was thinner and had a lot more stretch to it, so it was more difficult to align perfectly on the letter. If you want to use this technique in your projects, I'd recommend using a fabric with very little stretch to it and one with a heavier weight. When I applied the Modge Podge to the felt, well, that appeared to be a little bit of a disaster. It completely soaked through the felt and looked pretty bad. Once it dried overnight though, it dried clear and was perfectly fine. Finally, I strung 2 colors of festive twine through the holes at the top of each shape. I love this banner. It actually turned out a lot better than I expected. I wasn't quite sure how well the 2 different fabric patterns would look together used this way, or how difficult gluing the fabric to the MDF would be, but as you saw, that part was pretty easy. Also, the way Dave painted the Rudolph's face helped create a lot of contrast and make the banner really cute.
Thanks for watching. There's a link in the description to join our Patreon for access to all the designs and files shown in our videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell to get notified of future projects. We have more videos coming soon. Stay tuned.